Yeah, it is. Randall! My boy! Woohoo! Well, hello.
Sam!
Hey!
Brother, what's going on, dude?
I'm all good, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, dude.
You just
So
gone?
listen, we've discovered some new things, Sam.
Oh, me too.
All right, okay.
Yeah, we got. You go
okay,
first.
so we've discovered how to let ourselves into houses that we
Oh.
may have previously owned.
Uh-huh.
So we got some things. I have some things that I need your help figuring out. I trust you, Sam.
Okay.
So I have some stuff that I need your help figuring out what they go to. Okay, I have 2 gold decryptors, and I have no idea what that does, but that sounds real good. You know? And it looks like a little key with a chip at the end of it. You know?
Yeah.
So and then we have a purple access card. It's called a groupie access card.
Groupie.
Yeah, or Gruppy. It's Gruppe.
Gruppy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it looked.
Yo.
Do you know what puts things on hold?
No, I have no idea.
I
just know you put me on hold. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, I have no idea what happens with that. But so what do you got, brother?
Oh, mine's not as cool, but mine's information. So I found out.
Yeah.
Well, I went and sold the gold from the scuba diving.
Okay.
So I got some prices from that. I still don't know where the pawn shop is, but you can sell it to the what they called, the Oathbound gang or something. There's some fucking gang running out of Sandy Shores. That gang is running out of the ammunition, and they will sell us a pistol for $5,000. Clean pistol, or ARs. They said they'd be no cheaper than $50,000. So I was like,
$50,000.
Yeah, for an AR. But they were like, pistols, you can get pistols. I'm thinking pistols will then let us hold up cars, because I still haven't been able to get these keys, these lockpicks.
Right.
Evade me. Yeah, so I found them because I literally had the gold from the scuba diving trip. Threw it up on the Yellow Pages. He was like, "Yeah, come over here." Turned up, man. It was just, don't hang around Sandy Shores. That's what I'll say. They're friendly, but they are suspicious as fuck.
Yeah, no, I don't like those guys at all.
I think they run the.
I don't do business with those guys.
They said they run the quarry as well.
Yeah,
which they were the guys that run.
Yeah.
No, so it was yeah, it was interesting. But if we want to get a pistol for holding up cars, we get the pistol.
Yeah.
I found the scrap metal and stuff. I found a couple of guys that will buy it from the auto traders, just the mechanics. But then he also told me that down in the southeast, somewhere around there, is the chop shop.
Yeah, I found.
You found it?
I found the chop shop, and I found the pawn shop too. I forgot about that. So,
okay.
Yeah, I can show you where those are for sure. And then I'm not sure what all houses we can rob. But anyways, pay attention to Pat's keys because they're often on right after the tsunami.
Okay. Yeah, that's
so I'm sure this is your time.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna hit on for them. Yes, I was just gonna go up because I've got a bike on finance rather than a car. So I've got a bike. I'm gonna try and get some stuff for that, and then I'm ready to do whatever. I've got a meeting with the guy that runs the impound lot. To try and get a job, but with the cover of using it to steal vehicles for the chop shop, essentially.
Oh my God, Sam! I like the way you think, brother.
I'm next level, right? And then because I was talking to the guy, and he was like, "Yeah, you can go in. Essentially, you can pick up any car that's dotting around the city. It's our job to go and pick them up. The police will call us to get the impounds, but also if people don't pay for their finance on their cars, you have to go and get it for them." And I'm like, "Well, that means I can use it, right? If I get to go and get it, I've got to get keys in." So I don't know how it'll work, but I feel like that'll be a great cover for chopping cars.
I think so too. I like the way you think.
So I've got to go and sweet talking. I don't know how well it'll go. They sound pretty serious. It's like a family-run business. So I don't want to tread on their toes, but I won't be besmirching their business. Just using it to help me make a bit more money. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, 100%.
So, buddy, how can I help you?
Yo, I was here earlier. I was talking to Moose about potentially seeing if you've got any roles available, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was telling me about you there.
Are you Max?
Just give me a... Yeah.
Oh, nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, you too. Give me just a second here to finish up some stuff, and I'll go in the office there and talk with you in a minute.
Oh, yeah, no worries, man. I'll wait over there.
All right. I could have turned around and make it easier for you, huh? All right, bud. Go up behind the counter here and get in front of my computer here.
Yeah, nice.
All right, so just to get it straight, what was your name again? I'm sorry.
Sam Green. People call me Jesus.
Sam Green.
Occasionally.
Okay.
My little nickname.
Okay, yeah, I can see where you get that.
Yeah. Born on Christmas Day as well, wouldn't you believe?
Oh, okay, nice. You probably have a pretty good Christmas.
Well, you say that, but you have to wait all year, Christmas and birthdays at the same time.
True. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Never thought of it that way.
We're making friends, connection.
All right. So it's my understanding that you moved to the city, a couple weeks ago? Does that sound about right?
Yeah. It's a week or so ago.
Okay. I'm just going to give you a little heads up just because my scenario that I've been dealing with lately is I've been getting a lot of big headaches. So if that happens, just stand by. I'll be back with you, sooner than later.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Kind of giving you a little heads up there.
Yeah, no worries.
So I mean, what makes you, after being in the city for at least a couple of weeks here, I mean, what makes you want to become a tow operator?
Well, I was saying to Moose earlier, as I've been driving around, I've been picking up a few little delivery jobs here and there and trying bits out, but just noticing that there seems to be like a fair bit of work for the tow industry. There's enough cars littered about the place. So I was thinking that, hey, if there's a lot of cars knocking about, then maybe there's a bit of work going around there. And I've always been into the kind of car side, more of a biker than a car driver, I think. But yeah, it looked like there was work going, and I thought, I'd give it a hand. And talking to Moose, it sounds like a pretty interesting role, actually. The kind of different roles you have to play across the helping the emergency services out, clearing the streets, as well as the potential impound stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we get a decent amount. I mean, don't get me wrong, we do get a big dry spell once in a while too, where you're just sitting around, pushing a room in the back shop there, just to have something to do. But as, like I tell everybody, this is more of a service. What am I trying to say here? It's kind of a civil service type, business, to where it's not really about the money for us. Because to be honest with you, we don't make a whole lot. We make decent amount. Don't get me wrong, but there's plenty of other opportunities out there that you make a lot more. And the only reason why I put that out there is because being new to the city, I'm not sure what your goals are. If you got, I see that you have a motorbike out there, but if you're trying to, maybe get a car or a house or whatever, I'm just letting you know it could get tight at times of making those payments if you're working here.
Okay. Yeah, no, well, I'm really just looking to play a part, man. So I've got no big grand dreams. Just see what we can do. And like I say, if there's some quiet periods, my hours would normally, I think, be earlier anyway, kind of before storm. So it's just whether it works out for both parties.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I was hoping to hear from you is I am actually, somewhat full with late hour staff here, but I am trying to be filling in more positions, to please the more AM, shifts, just to get those kind of, because I only have like one or two that's somewhat consistent, but if I can get a third on those type of shifts, it'd really help me out.
Yeah, I'm a predominantly pre-storm guy.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know here. So I'm just gonna kind of go through a few scenarios just to kind of give me an idea of the ethics and the policies that I run out of here. Is I'll just run a scenario by you here, and let me know at any time if you have a hard time hearing me. That way I can try to adjust my voice here. So let's just say that you have a car sitting down at PDM's parking lot down there, and you just happen to notice it, several times when you're going by the parking lot. Are you going to be taking upon yourself to go in there and, basically tow that vehicle out of there, or how would you handle that situation?
If it was in the PDM, yeah, I'd probably, if I'd passed by a few times, I'd probably dip in to the PDM, see if there was one of the salesmen on there, knew whose the vehicle was, ask about it. If I'd passed it a few times before trying to tow it, I wouldn't. The last thing I'd want to do is start towing someone's vehicle and they appear from the the shop. I'm sure that's a way of getting a bad name. So yeah, I think That'd be one. Keeping a vigilant eye. If it's been there for a decent amount of time, obviously I'll take your lead on what you guys think a decent or a normal amount of time for a car to be parked is. But I would definitely pop in, say hello, check that it was no one's before I started a tow process.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that answer, and not that you're wrong at anything that you just said there. I mean, if you want to take it upon yourself to go in there, talk to PDM, make sure they don't need something removed. I mean, that's definitely the right way to go about it. Generally, my policy is if it's an owned business that somebody's running a shop out of, we tend to let them make the decision when they want something removed and reach out to us. Okay. Or again, like if you want to stop in there and talk to somebody and say, hey, I noticed this has been sitting here. Is it something you need handled so you got your parking lot cleared? I mean, you definitely do that route as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, basically any ran company, like owned business that's within the city here, we consider that private property, and we leave it up to those owners to make a decision how they want to handle their parking lots or their parking spaces.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, with that being said, I mean, we do have some places like, I think, for example, the Bean Machine up there in Vinewood area. I believe a lot of their street parking in front of that business is a red zone. We basically treat that as a non-red zone because they can't help the way they're parking, was striped out. What the hell? Moose.
What, boss?
I don't think
standard issue uniform.
Go ahead and run with it. If that helps you, I guess that's I don't know. If that's your taste, I'll let that fly.
This sounds like a job.
Try new things.
Okay. All right.
Also,
so yeah, it is. You do realize
Moose
it's night out there right now.
Moose is the man. Moose is my boy.
Kind of makes a bowl.
I feel like me and Moose will get on like a house on fire. I feel like we could roll together. That's what I want to do as well. Roll together with some people.
No problem. So, anyways, the red zones, in front of company-owned businesses, we kind of just let fly as well, because again, they don't really have much parking spaces in a lot of those type of locations anyway. So we won't bother those unless it's like maybe blocking traffic and causing like a traffic jam. We may try to at least find somebody that might own the vehicle, or if you're going to hook it up, at least move it to a spot that's close by to where it's not traffic, blocking the traffic. So
okay.
I'll throw one more at you, just just kind of keep you in the mindset here. Is we got a bunch of local garages out here, on the different sides of towns, and Garage A is a big popular one right across the street from the courthouse. So, I mean, if you've seen vehicles parked in there that's been there for a long time, I mean, would you bother messing with any of those, being it's a local parking lot?
In a parking lot, I would have thought not, being as that's where cars should be parked. I think my eyes would be more on anything, like you say, it's blocking traffic or out on the streets or in red zones. So yeah, parking lots, I don't think we'd be stepping into too much, unless of course there was a problem in there, like say jam, something that we need to get in to do. I can't imagine that it'd be popular to be taking cars out of the parking lots. Max. I think Max might need a cough drop. Nope.
Oh.
He's headache. Damn, I feel like I nailed that answer as well.
No, yeah, you did. You did. Yeah, you're crushing it, or.
Okay, good. That's like a full test.
No, I mean, like, I would say. Oh, hold on. Go for 10. 10-4. Yeah, I would say you're doing perfect, man. Just keep it up. Your answers are right on par.
Okay, cool. Let's wait for him to come back. Oh, there he is.
Man, I'm too old for that running shit. All right, so yeah. Anyways, the garage A scenario, you're pretty spot on there. We basically again won't. They're parked in a good spot, so there's nothing we should be messing with. Now, every now and then, we may have to go in there if a car gets kind of parked too close to where the cars get pulled out of the garage over there.
Yeah.
We may need to help and get those out of the way once in a while. But other than that, you shouldn't be pulling anything out of any like parking area, because obviously, like you said, they're parking in a parking spot and not in the middle of the road.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
So. You'll get a standard salary of $40, every paycheck, and then you will get 150 for each impound that you do out there.
Okay.
Now that's your standard local impounds. You know, like any car, you know, sieve out there, you might see, you know, in the middle of the road or something, or clearing, you know, an accident out or whatever. Each car that you impound to get out of the road there, that's 150.
Yep.
Now, if it is a civilian vehicle owned, the impound does give you an extra bonus of $100, so that makes it 250 for each one of those that you come across.
That's not bad. 250 for a car. Okay. Yeah, no, it sounds good. It sounds like a nice balance. And like I say, I think a lot of my like dead time at the moment is that early shift. So being able to come in, put a shift in, and then when the rest of the guys clock on, kind of hand over, it really works for me as well.
Yeah, another thing I'd like to kind of get out of the way, I already know based off of the information that Moose provided me is, you know, it sounds like you don't have any type of criminal record or anything. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Clean bill, clean license.
Speeding tickets, you know, I don't mind, but if you get more than 2 speeding tickets, then I start getting a little leery about, you know, how my trucks are being handled out there in the streets. So,
yeah.
You know, try to keep your speeding tickets down.
Makes sense. I've got a driver license already.
Another thing, you know, I don't care what you do on your personal time or life, whatever you decide to do, but if it involves you getting slammed behind bars, and that's an instant termination.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So just you know, kind of get that stuff out there, because you know, I don't know what your hobbies are or anything, and I don't really care as long as you're not when you're clocked in, you're not doing it, you know, when you're on the clock or with any of my vehicles, you know.
No, that makes complete sense. I wouldn't expect anything else, to be fair.
Okay. Well, hey, let me get some paperwork here started. Give me just a second here.
Mm-hmm.
You do have time tonight to kind of go through to at least get the basics down.
Yeah, I got some time to go through the basics. Yeah.
Okay, I might have
fucking learning.
Help you out.
God damn, it's 1 in the morning.
Your paperwork and your
We're gonna be on late
here, so just give me a second.
Okay. Cool.
What's your SID ID?
The long one, 2861.
All right, let's get you set up in the system here. Just make sure your paperwork on your phone underneath the information section states that you're now an employee of Payne's Towing.
Yeah, it does indeed. All good. Tow truck driver, baby.
So while we're waiting for Moose,
I'm a tow truck driver.
Make sure